Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Grid, going to be going racing with some classic touring cars, and I think the game in its infinite wisdom has decided to, yes it has, decided to put me at the back. Of course, I'm a big fan of the touring cars, BTCC, etc. So it's nice to have some classic ones. You might not see all that often, actually, in racing. It's not a complete selection, no, but it's not a bad little selection we've got. I'm going to be representing the Alfa Romeo 155, which I'm hoping will be okay. Apparently it's pretty slow on the straights, but it's hopefully going to be decent enough in the corners, and of course got the proper livery. We go around this circuit the wrong way for some reason. I didn't actually set up the little playlist we've got going on, so this should be fun. And in typical touring car fashion, things have gone wrong immediately. Like, literally immediately, things have gone badly wrong for everybody. It's the Alfas that are going to get to the front of the field. We have come from the very, very back to second. You know what? I'll take it. Oh, I don't know this chicane in this direction. This is not where I was expecting to be going. I'm going to be really slow on the exit. We're going to have a BMW for company. It's like the 90s all over again. Unfortunately, there's no one's going to end up upside down. Oh, unlikely. I guess there is always a chance someone might end up upside down. It's us lot playing. We're going to go too wide. No, BMW went too wide as well in all of that. Let's try and get a good exit now. Slipstream on this game is actually quite powerful. It is quite noticeable, the straight line speed gain you will get if you sat in the slipstream. Definitely don't go on the grass through there. I have a feeling I'm going to get gear limited down here, possibly. We're going to buzz the limiter at 150 miles an hour. Is the BMW close enough? No, the BMW is a little too far back. I'm going to be very, very brave on the brakes into the first corner. We've made a little bit of ground here on Liam. I don't know if we're going to be able to find a way past or not. It's just how brave dare I be through these next corners? Well, the BMW's now lining up. The Volvo sadly slipped back a little bit through the field. Don't cut the corner. I've carried a lot of speed. We're both on the grass. Where do you find a way past, though? The outside up here is not going to work. It's going to have to be into that. Might actually get underneath here if I can get the nose down. Come on, Alfa. You can do this. We'll push our teammate, kind of pseudo-teammate. Oh, there's a BMW having a massive wobble behind. Oh, there was a teeny little bit of lag, and I almost got to the outside of Liam. Oh, it wants to move across and cover. I mean, that's... Oh, there's much of the route there. There's an Alfa-size space there. We are now just going to be side by side. We've got identical cars. No one's going to be able to do anything more than what we did. I'm going to overshoot, but I'm hoping I can get momentum on the exit to keep the position from Liam. No, I can't. He will hold on to the lead for another lap. I mean, I'm amazed. It won't be long. If we do this for a couple more laps, Foxy will join us. We will have a three-way battle for the lead here. Try not to jump across the corner on the inside. Get that change of direction right. We both carried almost identical speed through that section. You don't actually need to go on the brakes through there, which is interesting. Oh, I got my braking slightly wrong. Come on, Alfa, get that power down. Although I got my braking slightly wrong. I didn't take the line on the way in I wanted, but we can get a half-decent exit. But it's not quite as good as we would have liked. Now, this time around, at least, I'm not so close to the back of Liam's car that we can't really get any slipstream and just get stuck going side by side down the whole straight. Can we do anything? Where is that BMW? Oh, I don't know if we're going to be able to... I'm just buzzing the limiter. It would be nice if we had slightly longer gears to be able to try and do something. Liam was actually very slow through this first corner. I took the same line. We've got a good exit. Let's not do friendly fire. Come on, let's not get the Alfa friendly fire in this one. Well, apparently the Alfas were slow to straight. I would say that we were pretty good around what is a quite straight line speed-based circuit. I've beansed up the chicane there at the back. The BMW's had a massive wobble. I mean, we are going to have only one more lap to try and find a way past that Alfa of Liam. And, I mean, an Alfa 1-2 is a good start for a pretend teams championship. Not that I don't think the little playlist, if you like, that we've set up here tracks a team championship, but we will pretend regardless. Let's just not crash each other off on the final lap. I will go for the lead. If there's half a chance of going for the lead, you know I'll go for it. But here we go. We've got a good Final lap, I wish I had slightly longer gears. Oh, a little bit of lag. Little bit of lag makes it a touch difficult to judge where to try and go for the inside. And it wasn't a pump to pass yet. It was a little assistance nudge. That's what it was through turn 1. There's no... I actually can't remember. We might have turned off damage. Occasionally the terminal damage thing gets a bit glitchy, so we think we might have turned it off just to be on the safe side of things. Over the chicane we go. We're actually really quick through there, but where do we find a way past? I just can't get my car close enough to Liam's at an important part of the circuit to properly have a go. I thought about trying to have a throw up the inside here, but it wasn't going to work. It is a good run out of the penultimate corner. There is one more turn to go, but it's a flat-out corner. It's going to be a drag race to the line between me and Liam. Who is going to get it? Don't run on the grass. I don't think I'm going to have enough time. We get a good run, but it's not going to be enough. Liam will take it. I will have to settle for a second place. Foxy at the end with the BMW just could not quite keep pace with us there. Oh, it was a good race. Oh, it was a good race. Sometimes you only need 2 cars to make for an exciting event, and bloody hell, we worked for that one. I thought I could find a way past. I think I had to speed. Does it say who got the fastest lap? Fastest lap would go to me fractionally in the end, only by 0.3 of a second. The M3s would line up in 3rd, 4th and 5th place. A few penalties, I suspect, for jumping that back chicane. The Volvo, sadly, was at the back, got disqualified. The Volvo tried and jump a corner a little bit too much. I think it might have done. And the Sierra comes around to finish off. That was a mad, mad race at the front. Ah, we got so close. So close, but yet so far. So, for our second race, we are heading to Silverstone. And once more, the game wants to put me quite a way down the order. Now, we need to beat Liam, really, here. If we want to win the little championship, we're going to want to try and find our way past Liam. I mean, if Liam could come 3rd or something and we could win, that would be ideal. The Alphas seem pretty solid so far. Silverstone, we've gone to the national layout, of course, proper touring car venue where I was watching touring cars a few weeks ago. We got a shockingly bad start. The Volvo will have a look around the outside. You never really, unfortunately, really going to make that one work. Can we draw alongside? Yes, but it's going to be a little bit of an iffy manoeuvre, perhaps. If we can get a good run on the exit, it'll be fine. However, it does rely on us getting a good run on the exit against the Volvo. We do just about manage to make that one work. Now, I'm getting a nice toe off of Danger Man, and that is going to be enough. They're 3 wide for the lead, with the BMWs battling for that one. Oh, we're going to give the Sierra a little nudge. Not enough, though, to put it round. Not enough to bump that car around, so that's okay. We'll get away with a little light contact. We're going to be stuck on the outside. I saw Liam's Alfa poking its nose, trying to get a good run, and it is going to get back past the Volvo. In fact, Liam has followed me up through the field. Right, let's go chasing after the horde of BMWs with our 155. How much speed can we take through turn 1? I mean, about that much. I was the most on the circuit out of everybody there, and I only had 1 wheel on the track. I mean, it's proper touring car lines going on at that stage. When you are the most on the circuit with only 1 wheel, that says something. We're going to squeeze around the outside of the BMW. I'm happy with that manoeuvre. Let's keep this going. Let's see if we can find a way past Gliska now. A similar manoeuvre next lap, perhaps. We're going to go a little early on the brakes. Just make sure I get the car stopped. The locking of the brakes on this game is something that is difficult. I say difficult to manage. It's an easy thing to do and can cause you a lot of problems. We're going to get a really good run onto the start-finish straight here. Will Gliska move across to cover? As expected, yes. So not much that we can do here. Liam still hasn't got past Blakey. That's good news for me in terms of points here. Thought about having a look into turn 1. Never likely to make something stick there. We have got a good run on the Beamer. Oh, is this going to be a pass for second? I think Foxy might have too much of a lead now, even if I can get past the M3, which has gone quite a long way across the grass there. Unfortunately, that's going to cost me some momentum down here as well. Liam's fighting away with Blakey. I'm really on the wrong side of the M3 here if we're going to get something done. Now, this is not an impossible pass to pull off if we can carry momentum on the way in. Sweep round the outside. Gliska's going to want to stay there. I'm going to hope. can't get underneath. Cover all of the gaps wherever there is a space. Do not let that BMW back in, but here comes the Alfa Romeo as well. We might have an entire reverso of the finishing order from the first race if Foxy doesn't make a mistake and if Liam can find a way past Gliska, who will not want to give up the chance at a third position. Let's go for, I mean, we can go for a fastest lap. Gliska's gone for the ultimate touring car line. At least me and Liam were vaguely on the circuit. Yeah, I mean, I've got fastest lap as a potential to try and aim for here with the Alfa. Oh, that was a good first sector as well. Are we? Okay, we are clear of the Beamer. Liam's still not up to third. I can't count a few more laps and maybe I could chase down. Maybe I could chase down Foxy, but I don't think we are going to. Well, we certainly aren't with just the end of this lap to go. I think that was an okay line through there. I'm on for a pretty decent lap time split-wise. Let's get on that power. Does not look like the other Alfa is going to be able to take a podium. Okay, I will be the only Alfa on the podium. Foxy will take victory. I will take a solid second place. I can't grumble too much about that one. Gliska in third. Might have copped a penalty for the jump across the grass ahead of me. Not intentionally. It's very easy to do if you lock the brakes slightly with these cars. We shall see what the game does. No penalty for that. Liam copped a penalty somewhere. That will drop Liam down. I do once again get fastest lap, only just. Me and Foxy very, very similar in terms of lap times. Ooh. Championship-wise, I say championship-wise, like 3 red, but it's looking positive. It is looking positive for me, as long as I don't balls things up. I'll have a look at it in a second when I guess the race finishes. Right, so championship points. I will now. No, I will not lead the way. Foxy will take the lead, sorry, by 4 points. Liam is now in third by 1 point behind me, so it is between all of us. Basically, I need a victory. Well, the rain is falling at Brands Hatch as we head to our third and final race. And the bad news for me is I spotted Liam's on the front row. I don't think quite on pole, but Liam's on the front row. The BMWs will be faster starting, of course, being rear-wheel drive and in the pouring rain. So I'm going to have some work to do here. I'm going to have some work to do with the Alfa. I think I've got the speed. Oh, well, Blakey got released from the grid early. I thought that bug only occurred with the. Well, that's a weird bug we've had before. It normally goes with AI cars involved in the race, but apparently it does it when it's just an all-player race as well. Liam's got off to a fantastic start here, but there is, I say, plenty of race to go. Gliska's actually going to sneak up the inside. Although he gets a really big wiggle with the M3. That is going to allow me through, hopefully, up to second place. Now we can focus, hopefully, on chasing down the Alfa ahead. Is Gliska going to have a look? Wants to have a go. I kind of don't want to leave the door open there. We will cover off the BMW as best we can. Right. Let's see. What can we do? Are we going to have a repeat of Sydney Motorsport Park? Are we going to have problems? Oh, getting past Liam. Will any of us go off on our own? No, although Gliska's got a really, really good run here. This is it's a very difficult corner to make a pass. It's near enough flat out in these vehicles, and Gliska was not far enough alongside to maybe make that one work. Liam is wide onto the grass, but I can't pull my car back across to get into the right place. We'll give the Alfa a little hurry up bump. I mean, if Gliska wins this race, it would make a real mess of our championship. We end up pushing Liam down the back straight. Can I do something into the final corner? No, not quite. We're looking for anywhere there might be some space. God damn it. Where am I going to put the car? Let's not have a repeat of Sydney. Mostly because there's a Beamer right behind me. Oh, that's where we want to go. It's to the inside at turn 1. We make it stick, but only just. Liam's now got the run, but he's going to be stuck on the outside. Up here, let's make that Alfa go the long way round. Make sure there is no space. And here comes Gliska as well, up to second. Now that could be helpful, could be pivotal in many ways. No, Liam's fought the way back past again. There is very much 4 cars here for the lead. I am a little bit wide. You can still get a half-decent run onto the back straight if you do that. It's not the complete end of the world. thankfully, and indeed the group behind have fought a little too much. Foxy's up to second. Don't know what on earth went on back there. Certainly something went on back there to cause them grief. Let's not do a camish through that section. I thought I was having trouble. Getting the braking right for that corner in this game is... I mean, that's a tough corner at the best of times. And in this game, when you're trying to get the braking right in the pouring, pouring rain, you're always worried about losing the back end. And yeah, I thought we might have been in trouble, but we got away with it. And still, we continue to lead. In fact, Liam has fallen to 4th. So it might come down to, can I fight off the Beamers? How good are the M3s going to be here? I know I have to beat... I say I know I have to beat Foxy. At the end of the day, the way that the points work in this, it's quite weighted for victories. There's quite a big gap. I'd say a decent gap. You know, very small championship victories. Oh, the BMWs are off! They're both in the gravel! It's all gone wrong for the M3s. I just look back and see a spun M3 in the gravel and another one following it in. They both just carried too much speed, pushing those cars too hard. I'm now going to go play on the grass a little bit on the outside of turn 3. That's not ideal, but it's better than what befell the Beamers. The Sierra's up into a podium spot. The Sierra has not had the best of times, and we have got ourselves, in fact now it's the Volvo up. So there's going to probably be a different car on the podium in this one. We might see a different vehicle of some description making its way onto the podium. I've got to now not make any mistakes. It's one of those tempting... It's one of those tempting things. Surprising, but when you have... I have a pretty sizable lead in this one. I seem to have very good pace with the Alfa, and there is something about me when I'm driving. If I try and drive just that little cautiously, it's when you make mistakes. I have to drive as fast as I can, because if I don't, I make silly mistakes because you then like overthinking. I'm not very good at management. I'm good at let's go as quick as a car can go. Sometimes that leads me into the gravel trap as well, but yeah, like overthinking things, I'm really bad at managing to screw up because of that. Let's just let's just go for it. Let's just go for it on the final lap, see if we can get fastest lap. If I can get 3 out of 3 fastest laps, I would be quite happy with that performance. Oh, there's some BMWs fighting down through turn 1, I see. Things might have gone badly for them, but there is still... I mean, that's Foxy back up to 4th. I mean, if there's anything that happens to me here, Foxy's going to be scoring as many points as possible. Let's not fall out onto the grass there. Not been the best first sector. Doesn't have to be record-breaking pace. Does still look like we may possibly get a Volvo on the podium. It might have to fend off from the BMW on this, the final lap of the race. Unfortunately, it looks like the Sierra Danger has gone back down to the back end of the field, so I wonder if, funnily enough, an off at turn 1 may have impacted. It's generally a safe bet. If something's gone on, it was probably at turn 1 or up here. That's when a car's visited a little bit of a trouble spot, shall we say, as we round the penultimate corner. Just don't bin it. Don't bin it through here, and we will be good to take a victory and take... Oh, it looks like Chris is still holding on, actually, in 3rd. We're going to take a victory. That will give us the championship. I hope. We will have to check on that one. In the end, the BMWs escapade the circuit a little bit through there. Liam does get 2nd in the end. The fastest lap would go to the Volvo. The Volvo was flying later on in that. The Volvo was absolutely flying with a 27.1. That will give that the car a podium. Glitzka takes 4th ahead of Foxy. Blakey with the funky starting sequence. Thank you, Grid. Dangerman sadly at the back with the Sierra, which means I will claim the championship in the end. And the Alphas get a 1-2 as Liam would get 2nd, just 3 points ahead of Foxy. Glitzka taking 4th ahead of Blakey. Chris could only manage 6th with the Volvo, but does move up with that finishing performance. So there we go, a little mini touring car championship on Grid. It was actually a lot of fun. We might not have had all 7 of us fighting wheel to wheel. Had some actually very, very good races in that. So there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. And until next time, a goodbye.